something like that. Today is documented as far as the first day of baseball, March 28th, 2019, I guess. First day of baseball. I got my Dodgers gear on. In the back, it's the custom jersey. It's Myers 31. And of course, basically, as far as that, what I want to say or get off of this is that it's not a knock. It's nothing as far as getting people upset or anything like that. It's perfect. It's just personal view of mine. It goes as far as the Patreon and the Ko-fi coffee or whatever it is to go and support people's YouTube channels and cosplaying. So basically how I feel about that is that my channel, this channel here, my cosplay or anything like that is not supported by anybody but myself. I pay for everything. I get, I support my own self as far as the cosplaying goes. So it's not like a giant, huge, it's not like a huge thing as far as the way that I look at me doing my own stuff. But as far as me seeing like, paid like $1 or $2, $3 or something like that to my Patreon, YouTube channel. If you like my channel, come and support it so I can go to all these events and stuff like that, and you're paying for them to get in. Or the Ko-fi, you're paying for their cosplaying tools, the cosplaying materials and stuff like that. For me, I don't believe in it. I feel that if I want to go to a convention, or if I want to go to an event, or if I want to go to Magic Mountain Universal Horror Nights, or if I want to go to any type of a horror convention or anything like that, that's my money. I'm proud to go and sit there and say, hey, you know what? I put myself there, not anybody else. If you're supporting that person and you're giving them $1, $2, or whatever it is, that's between you and that person. I never accept any money whatsoever, even when I'm cosplaying or anything like that, because it's not a profession of mine. I personally have an own job. They might have their own job, but there's other things as far as saying, hey, you know what, come and support me. For people support, I see it differently. People support me as far as being a cosplayer or like watching YouTube or anything like that. It's more of the thumbs up. It's more of the likes and the comments saying, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's great. That's awesome. I'm like happy that you're doing this. It looks good. You did it on your own. So that to me means more than somebody giving me $1, $2 or something like that, as far as, being, putting on the channel. Yeah, granted, I only have like 107 viewers or subscribers or whatever it is, and probably like an average of like 13 people, if that, decide that they want to go and me bore them like this on a topic. I personally, I don't live the luxury lifestyle or anything like that. I get by for what I get by, as far as as my life tries to take me. I try to save up to go to these events, 1, 2 days, 3 days, or whatever it is. Luckily for me, I do, when I go to like Monster Palooza, they do give a 6 months heads up per se. September said, hey, we're going to come back in April here. Their tickets $70 for the weekend, for the full weekend, if you want to pay the $70. For me, it is far, but it's not far at the same time. I don't believe that saying somebody, hey, come and pay for my ticket to get into this event like WonderCon, and so I can video it and you can see it on YouTube. I'm not about that. If I'm going to go inside, that's my own money. That's my own $35 that I'm paying to get inside, to get into that event, or whatever it is. It kind of like bugs me in a way where it's like, oh, you know, they have their own, especially like on social media, like Instagram or Facebook. Oh, you know, come and check out my other Instagram page, but you got to give me money so I can give it to you. And they have like risky photos of them in a bra, panties, or whatever. To me, that's kind of like sitting there, you know, you're paying for something for them to see, kind of risque, so it's not you in cosplay, it's you like in lingerie, or, you know, along that terms, where I personally, I don't buy it. You know, I don't consider or ever consider paying for it whatsoever, or anything like that. And it's something that I would never do. I would never pay for somebody. It's my hard-earned money. It's going to go to my daughter or something else before it would go to somebody else. I mean, there is, like I said, this is my own personal opinion on it and stuff like that. So it's not necessarily anybody else's opinion. This is just mine, and that's how I feel. So a lot of times, you know, a lot of times I see it and it's like, oh, you know, I'm trying to get like 7-8 cosplays going on for this convention. Like, for example, WonderCon is coming up to the convention and stuff like that. And, well, you know, I'm not going because I can't afford it. It's also too long and too much of a what's it say? Kind of out there a little bit. Like LA Comic-Con kind of like took me by surprise because of how big it is and stuff. So the anxiety went up a little bit because I didn't know what to expect. It's a little bit larger than what I thought. I mean, you are dealing with people that go to these things constantly and know exactly what to do. It's just WonderCon kind of go, you know, it's kind of like weeks away, you know, from Monsterpalooza and paying for parking, going down to Anaheim, and it's right across the street from Disneyland, so you're dealing with that. So it's just a hassle. It's just like something if I'm going to go to an event, I'm going to go to an event with my money. I'm not going to go and ever ask anybody else for money. So a lot of time, you know, like I said, a lot of times I do see a lot of these cosplays on Facebook or on Instagram, because I'm rarely ever on Facebook, unless, you know, Flatline TV is on or something. But other than that, I don't. But a lot of it goes, you know, I see it on Instagram, like on the bottom, oh, come and support me. If you support my cosplay, you know, by $1, you know, for $1 and stuff like that. If you got a job, don't ask other people for money for whatever reasoning. To me, that doesn't make much sense, because it's kind of like, if you don't have the money to go and stuff like that, you shouldn't be going. If you don't have the money to make a new cosplay, you shouldn't be coming up with, you know, with a new cosplay whatsoever. You shouldn't be making a cosplay, especially if you don't have the funds for it. Like, you know, it all varies out a lot of times. So to me, it bugs me, because I sit here and I like see it, and it's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, I'd like to go to this event, but this person, you know, is asking for donations and saying, hey, come and supply, you know, come and help me out. You know, if you want to give, if you like what you see and you want me to keep going to these events, you know, the Patreon page or whatever is down there, you know, so it helps me so I can go to whatever, you know, like I can go to Orlando and I can go to Walt Disney World and I can make plenty of videos. But in a way, you're paying for their vacation and their hotel for you to make that video for them. You're kind of like helping them out. I mean, it's a nice gesture for people to do, but if somebody's going to help me go to, which I would love to go to, is Spooky Empire down in Florida and stuff like that. There's a lot of my East Coast cosplayers go there. I've seen videos and everything. It looks very fun. It looks a great time. I'm gonna go there on my own dime, on my own penny, on my own hard work and will, and saving the money and stuff like that, not on anybody else helping me. So that's how I feel towards it. This channel is 100% me. I don't promote anybody unless they go and give me something, like for free if I go to a convention and people have like Emmanuel pins, but I'll give them $1. I cannot take anything for free. That's just who I am and how I'm brought up and how I reflect things. Always say, excuse me, always say please, always say thank you, and you know, and I just give them $1. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to take this for free. Here's $1. You know, it's a privilege for me to go and stand at their booth, show their product, them giving it to me, and stuff like that. I've done that before. They've given me stuff before, and I'm greatly thankful that they do give it to me, like for part of a promotion and stuff like that. But I would never accept any type of money saying, hey, you know what, come and support my cosplay. You know, hey, you know what, by the way, this full-fledged Freddy Krueger mask that they have, the whole 9 yards, including the glove, is about $700. You know, try it on my Patreon, $100 a piece, and you know, come and support me at any time. That'd be great. Thanks. You know, that's not me. So if I'm gonna go and do it, I go and do it on my own. But I don't plan on spending $700 on a Freddy Krueger cosplay whatsoever. More or less the latex mask and hood and stuff like that, you know, probably cost about like $300 a pop. So so that's my view of it all. Just rambling on now. So basically is that, okay, I'm out. If you like what you see, just one person like what you see, give it a thumbs up, leave the comments on how you feel towards it. Hit the notification button, because I never like say that, but you're supposed to, I guess, if you're a YouTuber and you're making videos. And I will see you like later. Remember, every day is Halloween.